Wait, gone.
It's not Moo, but Moo.
Do you want me to say happy birthday, Warners, for your 21st birthday from all of us?
Fleetwood Mac, the band, gave Christine McVie all that a star could ask for, but all at a very painful price. She died alone, never defined lasting happiness. Stay tuned as we reveal rare photos and all untold stories of Christine McVie's life. Christine Ann Perfect was born on July 12, 1943, in the English Lake District village of Booth, the daughter of a music lecturer. McVie was introduced to music at a very young age. At age 4, she was already mastering the keys of the piano. However, despite her early start, Christine didn't fully commit to music until she was 11, when she met her brother's friend, who was a local musician. She continued training in classical music, and only became fully rock and roll after her brother got a Fats Domino songbook. After college, McVie pursued an arts degree at the Moseley School in Birmingham, and it was there that she officially launched her music career. While at school, she met guitarists Stan Webb and Andy Sylvester, and they invited her to join their band called Sounds of Blue. But the band couldn't keep up, and before her graduation, the band split. Finally came the time when Christine would make that daring move that changed her life. McVie moved to London. There, she took odd jobs to survive. She was contracted by her old bandmates Sylvester and Webb, who were building their band and needed a pianist. The band was named the Chicken Shack. McVie joined Chicken Shack as a pianist and backing vocalist. She wrote their debut song, "It's Okay With Me Baby." The band became international with their cover of Ellington Jordan's "I'd Rather Go Blind," which had McVie on the lead vocals. Christine received a Melody Maker Award for UK's Best Vocalist in 1969, and another in 1970. But then something happened that shook her world and led her to a different path. As fate would have it, Christine's time with Chicken Shack was coming to an end. A new chapter of her life was about to start, one that would change her life and the world of music forever. Christine worked as a department store window dresser until she joined Chicken Shack. They gave her the recognition she prayed for, and when it all mattered, she left, and the band was never going to be the same again. The brilliant combination of Stan Webb's bluesy guitar and McVie's fierce vocal was what their fans constantly craved. And after she left in 1969, it was almost impossible to find a replacement. Paul Raymond from Plastic Penny was called to fill McVie's spot in the band, but it wouldn't be long before the band would fall apart. No one can blame Christine. She had plans to stay until love happened. Fleetwood Mac's John McVie proposed to Christine, and she accepted. She wanted to be in the same band as her husband. They met during the Chicken Shack UK tour in 1964, and the band would perform alongside John. After the tour, they developed and maintained a long-distance relationship. John married Christine with Peter Green as his best man. When Peter left the band, the pianist spot was vacant, and Christine was invited. So, she started as Fleetwood Mac's keyboard player, songwriter, and lead female vocalist. Christine divorced John in 1976, right after the Rumors tour, and they struggled to maintain a professional relationship afterward. But how did this affect her relationship with the band and her personal life? Christine made such a tremendous impact on Fleetwood Mac that Fleetwood described her as the glue that held them together. When the band wanted to split, Christine McVie has been doing music all her life, and as you know it, there was always going to be a price to pay for such a great life. Christine confessed that the band was the reason why she never found lasting love. First, she had left Chicken Shack so she could be together with John. But at some point, she learned that it was never a good idea to see too much of a person. When you are in the same band as somebody, you are seeing them almost more than 24 hours a day. Christine complained, "You start to see an awful lot of the bad side because touring is no easy thing." And in John's case, McVie revealed that he was a terrible drunk and acted violently sometimes. So, as she described it, she ended the marriage, so she didn't end up in a mental asylum. Her second marriage was to Portuguese keyboardist and songwriter Eddie Quintela. Their union lasted for 17 years, and they separated in 2003. Christine reportedly kept an affair with Fleetwood Mac lighting engineer Curry Grant. Their relationship inspired the song "You Make Loving Fun." McVie revealed that she and Stevie Nicks were both victims of the band. They had become so committed to making music that they had no time for relationships. "I have been very, very unlucky in love, and it's a real drag," Christine said. But that's not the only thing that got her concerned in her life behind her music career. Christine navigated complex personal relationships, one of which was with her mother. Growing up, Christine struggled for her mother's care and attention, as she was always distracted with work. And the mother-daughter relationship would continue to strain until death. McVie's mother, Beatrice Perfect, was a faith healer and a medium psychic. She constantly held seances with her group of believers in Birmingham. Beatrice got so occupied with her spirituality at the expense of her young daughter's growth, and Christine kept a grudge. That side of her life, I didn't really want to hear about it. I just wanted her to be an ordinary mom. Stevie Nicks also claims that McVie's mother predicted the success of the band. Christine's mom was a medium-like psychic medium, right? And her mom had a lot to say about it, like, it's gonna be huge. Although Christine is not so bought over by her mom's beliefs, the American singer narrates an experience she describes as spiritual, and it birthed one of their most impactful songs. Christine claims that she wrote the song Songbird in less than 30 minutes. She described that the song wouldn't stop playing in her head until she made for her piano and played it all night. I can't tell you quite how I felt. It was as if I was being visited. It was a very spiritual thing, the actress confessed. Rumors was the breakthrough album for Christine. It brought her more fame and made her even more money. And the first thing she wanted to use the money for was a Rolls-Royce. She wanted to drive the car out of the showroom on that day, but it was not as fun as she had anticipated. The first half hour was terrifying. I was afraid I was going to crash the thing, Christine said. I didn't need a Rolls-Royce. So yes, she sold it and got something smaller for herself. However, Christine would soon face another fear, one that would impact her career with Fleetwood Mac in a significant way. But that was not the only thing she was scared of. In fact, think of a reason why Christine would quit the band in 1998, and there is absolutely no chance that flight phobia would cross your mind, considering she has been touring for decades. Well, the truth is, Christine decided not to continue with Fleetwood Mac in 1998 because of her sudden phobia about flying. Christine McVie lived a reclusive lifestyle on the Isle of Kent, England, and stayed away from the eyes of the public for 15 years. She avoided the public eye, spending her time cooking, gardening, and walking her dogs. Even Stevie Nicks doubted that she would ever return. After about 16 years of musical silence, McVie released an album called In the Meantime in 2004. This was a collaborative effort with her nephew Dan Perfect. The release of this album might be seen as surprising considering her previous reclusive lifestyle. In 2012, Christine started seeing a therapist to help her with her fear. She finally overcame it on her flight to Maui. She sat with Mick and her ex-husband, and according to her, they did a couple of songs, and she realized what she had been missing. "I'm not paying respect to my gift," McVie said about quitting the band. So, she appeared on stage with the band for the first time in 15 years in London's O2 Arena in 2013. McVie died in November 2022, aged 79. Her family members shared the news of her passing to her internet family but did not at the time reveal the cause of her death. However, according to reports, Christine died of a stroke and metastasized cancer. Fleetwood Mac paid their last respects to Christine. They described her as the best musician anyone could have in their band, and the best friend anyone could have in their life. And Stevie Nicks said that she was her best friend in the whole world. Christine left a rock-solid legacy in the industry, and her impact can never be denied. She died accomplished and assured that she did all she could to change her world. What do you remember about the legendary Christine McVie? Do you have any fond memories? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to check out our other videos on beautiful actresses of yesteryear in the end screen.